That was around the time I quit my job because I didn't want to. I was immunocompromised and didn't want to work a like cashier job plus bartender job during that portion of time. Just lots of interacting face to face with people. Did not want to do it. And then they offered me a nighttime position. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm up until 5 in the morning when I'm left to my own devices anyways. So yeah, I'll take that. And then two, 2 days and 2 hours into that job, I looked at the manager as he was walking into work, and I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry to ditch you guys like this, but I have to quit. I can't do this job anymore. I'm gonna shit myself."
I
Let's start a
remember.
streak. How many episodes in a row can we talk about shitting our pants?
Three. I think three's enough.
I'll find a way.
Okay. I mean, you have an hour until the next episode, so.
You're funny.
Um, I remember whenever COVID first like hit the U.S. and I was like, oh, it's a nothing thing for like all of 2 hours, and then I'm like learning, oh, if you're immunocompromised, you're gonna motherfucking die.
Uh-huh.
Is like the way that things were showing up, and I was like, oh, that's me. That
That's me.
that includes me. They're talking to me. Um, so, like, as this was happening, I was like working a cashier job at a Best Buy, and I was like starting to get nervous enough that I was like, I don't even want to be here right now anymore. And
Hmm.
somebody, like one of the managers, came around and was like, "Hey, don't know if you heard about this like coronavirus stuff, um, but it's apparently spreading more in the U.S. Um, does anybody not feel comfortable coming into work anymore?" And I was just like, "Me, I'm not doing it. I
Hmm.
can't." And like, people were like, "Oh, it's just like the cold. Don't worry." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm immunocompromised. Like, this is not just the cold for me."
Right.
And that's whenever everybody that I worked with there learned that I had lupus, and I was like, "Yeah, by the way."
Yeah, I'm a tiny white boy with lupus. Shocked, aren't you?
Which is funny because I've seen like the one thing that I've seen in the wild about lupus was like a bumper sticker with that like said lupus and it said fight like a girl. And I was like, I'll
Right.
try.
I believe wasn't the statistic that you told us about back in high school? It was like lupus is most common in like elderly black women.
Yes.
So then, being a teenage white boy
Yes.
and being diagnosed was a very strange experience.
Yep. They were. It was like the last thing they checked for. In
Uh
fact,
huh.
the doctor had come to me, and he had basically said like, "This is probably what you have." Um, it wasn't lupus what he was saying.
Hmm.
He's like, "This is probably what you have, and we're gonna start giving you medicine for it now, all this stuff." And then like, they're like, "But we need like the confirmation for it," so that's when they did the kidney biopsy from me.
Hmm.
And then like they came back and he's like, "Yeah, so the kidney biopsy came back with lupus, so then we retested your blood for lupus and you definitely have that." And I was like, so this is something that they didn't even think to test for at one point.
Hmm.
Which is also funny because the minute I went to my rheumatologist, I walked in and she took one look at me and went, "Oh, he has lupus face." I'm like,
It's just like it's a shame that you can't go to the experts until you know what you have.
Yeah.
Like, I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis when I was 7, but I started having symptoms when I was 6. So it took about that long for them to figure it out
Yeah.
because it's quite rare at my age at the time. Uh,
I
usually it's something developed in adolescence to young adulthood.
I actually, we think I started showing symptoms in freshman year of high school, and then I got diagnosed junior year, right? Junior year?
Yeah. I believe that's correct.
Um,
If timeline works out.
funny that you might know as well as I would. But I had like a weird like inflammatory thing happen to my eyelid in like freshman year of high school. And it stayed there for like a few months. We had no idea what it was, and it just kind of went away. We went to multiple experts about it. And like we brought that up at the rheumatologist, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that could have been a flare, like the first mini flare sort of deal."
Yeah.
Which is like hindsight sort of deal. God damn, why can I not get this?
Oh, what did they do to Congregate?
Don't ruin Congregate.
Okay, I won't.
But it's one of those. God damn it.
Next time.